Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I just wanted to do kind of like a story time, just wanting to give you guys a bit of information about what's been going on in my life as a medical assistant during this pandemic of the COVID-19. I just wanted to like share with you guys like the routine that I have to do when I go to work, when I'm at work, and when I get home, just so that you guys can have a bit of like an idea of what's been going on if you're planning to go like to a doctor's visit or something. This is just something that we've been doing just for like precaution, just to like keep not only ourselves but our patients safe. If you guys are interested in knowing what life is as a medical assistant during the COVID-19, then please keep on watching. Okay guys, so I am a medical assistant. I'm not gonna say where I work or like which doctor I work for, but I do live in El Paso. Okay, right now I'm not too sure how many cases we have. I think it's like 150. I'm not too sure. I really do not know. Right when I get out of my car to go into my job, I do need to be wearing my mask. If not, then we can be tested for the COVID just in case, because you never know. Okay, they do say that the COVID isn't airborne, but you never know. Well, when you are going into like the clinic, you get your temperature taken, and if you're considered a fever, then you are immediately sent home, because as you all may know, fever is one of the symptoms for the COVID-19. If you guys do not know what the symptoms are, is fever, short of breath, cough, and fatigue. And keep in mind, you do not instantly feel the symptoms. It's usually around 14-15 days when you start feeling symptoms. Okay, so you get your temperature taken. If you're good, you're good to go in, but of course you have to put your mask on before you go into the clinic. Okay, so when you go in, of course you punch in, you do all of that good stuff. You are obviously wearing your mask, and then I like to put on gloves in between patients, or even wash my hands in between patients, just because you never know, like maybe they don't have the COVID, but they can be sick for something else, and I don't want to catch that and then bring it to my son or to my husband. Like, no. So during the day, we do get a lot of patients that think that they actually have the COVID just because they have a cough. Just because you have a cough does not necessarily mean that you have COVID. It is allergy season, so you will have symptoms that are kind of similar to the COVID. I'm not saying not to get tested for it. I mean, if you want to take further precautions, I mean, that's great. It's better safe than sorry. It's what I always say. But we do get patients that go in with like a cough and like short of breath, and you know, of course we test them for the COVID, and then we also test them for like flu and strep. And then, you know, of course there's some patients that the strep does come out positive, or the flu test does come out positive, and the COVID turns out to be negative. So what we are doing now, before we let patients into our clinic, we set up a tent outside where we like screen patients. We ask them all sorts of questions like, have you recently traveled outside of El Paso or the country? If yes, where and when? And then if they're having any of the symptoms like fever, cough, short of breath, or fatigue. And also if they've been exposed to anybody that has tested positive for the COVID-19. Now, at first, what we were doing was that if you had 3 or more of the symptoms, then you immediately qualify to get the COVID test. If you only have 1 symptom with no exposure, then no test is necessary. But then after that, things started expanding and just getting even out of hand. So now we started testing every patient that has traveled outside of El Paso, just anywhere like Juarez, Las Cruces, anywhere at all. We start testing patients for that. So how the test is, it's kind of like the flu test. Okay, so for the, you know how the flu test is, it's just kind of like a Q-tip, and then they just go in, and then like the strep, they go into your throat. So they do that, pretty simple, and then we just send it out to the lab. Now keep in mind, we do not build this in our clinic. The lab actually builds that. So I'm not sure about prices, so don't ask me for prices because I am literally not sure. Okay, so if we have a patient that has traveled outside of El Paso, what we do, we have them wait in their car. We go in, get the medical assistance, which whoever is available. Then we get all geared up, like with our masks, goggles, our little like gown thing, gloves, of course, pretty much everything. Like we have a gown that literally covers from shoulders all the way to your shoes. Like that's how we're doing it right now. And then we are not letting people come into the clinic. Patients do have the option to get tested outside in their car. And then so we go get the patient from the car. We give them a mask and some gloves. We do not let them touch anything because of course then it's going to be expanding and we don't want that. So us as medical assistants, we have to be opening the doors for them, like, and everything. And then for the COVID, of course, we do that test that I just told you guys about. And then we do a chest x-ray. We do a spirometry. The spirometry is just like a little machine where patients just blow in it 3 times just to see like their lung capacity. So we do that. We actually take their temperature as well. So once we are bringing patients like outside of their special rooms that we place them in, we need to yell code yellow, just so that we can be aware that there is a possible COVID walking over to us, so that we can like go somewhere else where it's not that exposed. So after all of the tests are done, of course, we again open the doors for them, and then they just get into their car and we tell them to self-quarantine for 14 days, 14 to 15 days, and then just wait for our call to get the results. Now the results are usually taking up to a day, 2 days to get to us. We do actually call the patients, letting them know what is going on. Now, if a patient turns out positive, of course, doctor is the one that tells the patient and he gives the patient's instructions. Now, if this person was exposed to anybody else, like family members or anything else, then we test the family members as well if they want to. Okay, like we actually got 2 or 3 patients already that had tested positive for the COVID. And believe me or not, the first time that we were told that we had a positive, I legit wanted to go home. I was like, oh hell no, like I cannot bring COVID to my house because I have a baby. He cannot get exposed to that. But you know, this is what a medical assistant has to do. Like, you studied for this. This is what you are here for. This is what you've been preparing for. This is what you went to school for. So you just need to suck it up. That's what we do. After that, when the patient is gone, we obviously clean down everything, like our goggles, even gloves. We even clean down our gloves because you never know. So we start spraying the whole room, the doorknobs, like chairs, everything that we use with that patient, we clean it. After that, we go into our little like lab room, and that's where we spray ourselves. Like obviously another MA sprays us with Lysol, but we get sprayed with Lysol entirely. Like, it gets to the point where you can't even breathe. It's like you're getting drugged with Lysol. But I don't mind it because I feel like I'm clean. I do see a lot of people just on and about with their lives. Guys, this is a serious case right now that we are going through. These are actually people's lives at risk. We need to be safe. We need to not only think about ourselves, but think about other people. You just need to make sure you are drinking enough vitamin C's, because the vitamin C is good for your immune system. Now, the stronger your immune system is, the better it's gonna fight off the COVID-19, okay? So also, another thing, if you didn't know, what I recommend is drinking hot stuff in the morning, afternoon, and at night. The COVID does not like hot stuff, hot temperature, warm temperatures. It does not like it. It'll go away with that. So what I do is I drink a cup of hot lemonade. Like, I boil water, I add like about 1 lemon, 2 lemons, and then just add sugar, and then just drink it throughout like the morning, and then I do the same in the afternoon and then at night. And then it actually helps your immune system to fight off any infections or viruses. One of the things that I think is a good advantage is that we live in El Paso right now. It is getting very warm, very hot, so the COVID may not last that long here. It may just leave. I hope so, because I don't like this. I need my full 80 hours now. I can't. I seriously can't. Back to like the clinic stuff. So after that, that's how we test patients, screen patients, and whatnot. After that, once the day is over, of course, I leave my coat in the clinic because I don't want whatever is like exposed to, I don't want to bring it home. And then I also do leave my stethoscope over there because, again, I don't want to bring it home. I leave my mask over there as well. So I leave that over there. I come home, and then right off the bat, I just take a shower. Like, I literally take like a 30 minute shower, just because I don't want to like hug or kiss my son and then expose him to any illnesses that I might have or have been exposed to. After that, like, I just put my scrubs, my uniform, into the dirty laundry just so that I can wash it immediately. The COVID-19 is ending people's lives, and it's not good. It's not good. Like, we need to work together. If you guys do not need to go anywhere, then do not leave your house. If you are going to get groceries, at least wear a mask and gloves. And then once you get home, spray yourself with Lysol or something. I don't know, but please just take good precautions about this, because this is not something to play with. This is serious. There is people dying over it. I will say it again, people are dying over this COVID-19. Like, it's sad. I wish I could stay home and not go to work, but as a medical assistant, you have to go do your duties and be there for people that need you. If you guys have any other questions, just list them in the comments down below, and I'll try my best to answer them with the best knowledge that I have. And God bless all of those people that have been exposed to the COVID. If you guys like this video, go ahead and give it a huge thumbs up. Also, like I said, comment down below any questions that you have. Guys, that's pretty much it for this video. If you guys enjoyed today's video, go ahead and give it a huge thumbs up. I love you all. I hope you guys are safe and are doing good.